Google Discover is a mobile tool that helps users find information they didn't know they needed. In this video from Persia Web, we teach tips to submit your site to Google Discover. As an SEO expert, you already know the importance of content that responds to users' needs. But what happens when an internet user does not know what information he needs? Google solved this problem by releasing the Google Discover service, which was first seen in 2018. Google Discover, known as Google Feed until 2018, uses the data that the search engine has collected about you to create a personalized content that it actively presents. The service is available exclusively on mobile devices and uses answering questions to predict user behavior and offer what it thinks will be interesting and valuable to the user. Google Discover offers a new and powerful way to drive web traffic by taking into account user activities to deliver results. Google Discover appears on the Google homepage and is highly personalized for each user. It can include different types of content, including news, articles, videos, ads, and special rich results like live sports scores. In this video from Persia Web, we will take a deeper look at this technology and show you ways you can use it for yourself. Before starting, I would like to point out that if you are new to Persia Web YouTube channel, be sure to subscribe to our channel and activate the bell. How does the Google Discover algorithm work? After indexing, Google will review content to appear in Discover to ensure that the content does not conflict with its content policies. In fact, Google Discover uses an algorithm to create a customized feed. At Discover, the user is the main focus. Google Discover automatically shows personalized content based on search history, browser history, program activity. User location depends on your Google account settings and privacy settings. This tool uses your information to identify and display topics that Google thinks will be useful to you, known as interests. Users can also customize their feed by following or unfollowing topics, choosing to show more or show less, and choosing not to see content from certain publishers. Sometimes Google directly asks the user for feedback. Is it possible to optimize for Google Discover? Yes, it is possible to optimize this service. Google Discover is a personalized recommendation engine that aims to provide relevant and engaging content to users based on their interests and browsing history. To optimize for Google Discover, it's important to focus on creating high-quality, engaging content that resonates with your target audience. The main difference between traditional search engine optimization and optimization for Google Discover is the shift in focus from the query to the user. While traditional SEO aims to rank specific searches and provide the most relevant results, Google Discover focuses on providing content that matches users' interests without searching. There are steps that webmasters can take to increase their traffic on Google Discover. Creating attractive and high-quality content. Add structured data to your articles. Publishing on trending topics. Use of high-quality images and videos. Page optimization for a better user experience. Having EAT strong. The importance of expertise, authority, and trust, EAT. Google Discover tries to recommend content that is not only interesting but also reliable and authentic. The elements of EAT, expertise, authority, and trust, play a key role in determining the appropriateness of content for this segment. You don't expect Google to recommend any content, do you? When creating content for Google Discover, it's important to choose and prioritize topics that align with your expertise. Once you've identified the right topics, take the following steps to improve your EAT signals. Produce quality content, create well-researched, accurate, and informative content that creates value for your audience. Avoid posting misleading or poor quality content that can damage trust. Regular content update, clearly state the date of publication, update old articles and, if necessary, state the date of the updates. Showcase expertise, highlight your credentials, qualifications, and experience to demonstrate your expertise. This includes the author's biography, professional records, certifications, or industry recognition. Structured data, use article and author markup to provide search engines with clear, descriptive information. Create a valid record, continually publish relevant and quality content to build a track record of consistency and authority in your niche. Clarify, cite the sources clearly and cite valid references. Improved user experience. Create reliable and user-friendly experiences by focusing on factors such as mobile compatibility, page loading speed, HTTPS, and overall website design. By following these steps, you can increase your EAT factors, provide valuable content, and create a trusted and authoritative presence that will increase your chances of being recommended on Google Discover. Topics of interest of users in Google Discover. Statistical data of Google traffic from 11,000 addresses from 62 domains. 46% were from news sites. 44% were e-commerce sites. 7% were entertainment sites. 2% were travel sites. 1% comes from other industries, including B2B, car, education, property, tax, investment. The health. How to show the site in Google Discover. In traditional search, searches act as a common denominator between user needs and related content, i.e. when a user is hungry, searches for food near me, Google displays local restaurants. Google Discover shows the content before the user's need is met with the power of matching between the content of the article and the user's interests. In order for your site to be seen in Google Discover, your site must be responsive. Google Discover is only accessible on mobile devices, so responsiveness is a must. Focus on what's popular and trending. Google Discover works almost like a feed on a social network. To increase your chances of being seen, keep an eye on what's happening on social media. Focus on trending events and topics. Create content that is relevant, useful, and interesting to your audience. If you can relate the content to current events, you get points. One way to do this is to identify intersections and relationships between topics. For example, for the topic Best Ski Resorts near Tehran, content for winter running tips is valuable. As mentioned above, make sure your topics also match your expertise and that your content and site demonstrate strong EAT. Choose attractive titles for your content. To increase your chances of appearing in Google Discover, you need to make sure that all your page titles are attractive and relevant to the content of your content. This helps the algorithm quickly determine what your content is about and whether it is relevant to a specific user. Use high-quality images. Apart from creating content that will be interesting for your users, the best way to enhance content in Google Discover is to use large and high-quality images. Use images that are at least 1200 pixels wide and set to max image preview, large, or enable using AMP. Do not use your site logo as an image. Avoid exaggeration and shock tactics. Google Discover seeks to provide relevant and reliable information to mobile users. One way to do this is to penalize sites that use misleading information or exaggerated details in preview content. Check your site feed. If you have more than one feed on your site, you can increase your chances by indicating which feed Google will follow in the head HTML tag section. To make sure Google can find your feed, make sure it's not blocked by a robots.txt file, your feed is up to date, and you've included title and link elements. Check your performance. Once you have content on Google Discover, you can monitor how it's performing through the performance report for Discover in the Google Search Console. This section provides information on the number of views, clicks and click-through rates for each of your content that has appeared on Google Discover over the past 16 months. Note that you need a minimum number of views to display this data. Conclusion. Google Discover provides incredible opportunities for forward-thinking webmasters and SEOs, and should definitely be taken advantage of. You still want to create high-quality content for your target audience. You need to make sure your content is indexed and your site is mobile responsive. But these are all things you should do anyway. Just remember that, like all things SEO, optimizing for Google Discover is an ongoing process. If your content is good and you follow the best practices discussed here, Google's bots will start choosing more of your content as an offer to users, which means more visibility, more traffic, and more conversions. One of the services of Persia Web is professional SEO of the site for Google Discover.